Good evening, folks. Yes, I made it, but I had to sleep for 2 hours, which is not an exaggeration. I actually did sleep. I wanted to make the most of the time that I have left because I'll be leaving on Sunday. I'll be away for a week. So I'll try to make the most of the little time that I have left. Hopefully, tomorrow I can actually make it on time. I hope. So what we're gonna do is I am gonna try to make the most of the little time that I have left for today because I actually gotta unfortunately, I have to go tomorrow as well. But anyway, I'll try to make the most of what little time I have left. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go for the Final Fantasy VII remake here, and let's see if we can make some progress. Here we go. And there we go. So we'll try to pick up where we left off, and I did cover the side quests. Every time you come across a quote-unquote social hub, we have these same side quests, very similar, and honestly, you're not missing much, honestly. So yeah, just like the previous side area, we got the side quest that we gotta do. I don't know if we have to go beyond here, but we finally are going back to Eric's house to continue with the main plot. So yes, I actually did make it. Here we go.
Hello, Aerith.
What do you want?
Haven't seen him before. He your new boy toy?
He's my bodyguard, if you must know.
Wait a minute. Those eyes. Is he the one who beat up Reno?
And what if I am?
Need to cross my T's, dot my I's, that's all.
Convenient that that thing is open right there. Of course.
Cloud,
Yeah.
leave him be. Rude's not a bad person, really.
No, I'm not bad. But like it or not, I
Yep.
sometimes have to do bad things.
Oh, we got one of these things to do again.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah, we got one of these things to do yet
You
again.
Turks are all the same. All bark, no bite.
You're one to talk.
No need to get rough!
Stay back.
Come on.
Can't you leave us alone?
No.
Too bad.
So, wind, huh?
Get him!
You're going down. Gotta get a little payback for my partner.
Come on then.
I'll take care of you.
Soldier.
Go on!
First class. Call it away.
Get him!
Pay attention.
Go on!
Yeah. I won't
Get
give
him.
up.
Enough!
Come on.
Yeah.
Go on!
Scatter.
Shit!
Get him! How shocking!
Storm's coming.
Okay then.
So, you had enough yet?
No, I don't believe that I have.
Bring it.
Yeah, just stop it!
Can't. It's my job.
Then think about changing careers. Calling wind.
Now what?
Cloud's pretty strong, isn't he?
I've seen his type before.
You don't know me.
Go on! Ha!
How's that payback working out for you?
Ha!
Better than expected.
Roar!
I thought you didn't want to get rough.
No, but this is self-defense.
You're mine.
Get him!
Calling wind. Here it comes.
Shit. I see.
Steady.
How shocking! Get him!
I'll end this. You're as good as dead. Won't last long. Still in it.
You jittery?
There.
How?
Here it comes! Yeah. How shocking!
Scatter!
Please, just leave us alone.
You know I can't do that.
Hey there, partner. I'm sure you're having the time of your life, but we're needed on standby for a job. Something about Sector 7. So get your ass back here now.
Understood.
Got somewhere else to be?
Apparently so. Go home and stay there.
You know I can't do that.
Yeah, I was wondering why this arena is here. Kind of became obvious. Yeah, it kind of became obvious why this arena is here. Although this one, although, what is this one place here that it's locked up, and how can we get there? Don't tell me we're gonna need to have a Moogle key or something. I think we gotta. We have to get 30,000 points into that. We need to have like we need to do 30,000 points just to even get there, because that's the only thing I can think of.
Hey,
Wow, Mikey.
those avalanche. Better catch him soon. I've heard so many awesome stories about the guy. I'm such a fan.
Yeah, because you need to have some sort of a key just to get into that area. So let me look at this reward again. Yeah, the graveyard key was for one of the quests, which we conveniently, thankfully, did not waste on.
I haven't heard about anyone else around here having problems today. Thanks for helping out, you guys.
Welcome, Kupo.
Oh, we have 13. Wait, we have 13? Okay. This is worse.
Thanks, you guys. I've got a whole mountain of Moogle medals now. Soon I'll be able to make everyone here super happy.
That's wonderful. So, like Mog the Moogle, you'll be able to make all our hopes and dreams come true?
Not just yours, Kupo. The wishes of every single person in the slums.
It's a lot of wishes.
Lots of people in Midgard love to collect Moogle medals, you know. They'll pay anything to get their hands on more. I'm using the money to set up more shops all throughout the slums, Kupo. I'm giving jobs to the other kids and making life better for everyone here. And that's how I'll make everyone happy.
That's one way of doing it, Kupo.
And I've got extra happiness for you too.
So what's to stop us from selling directly to these collectors?
Moogle magic, Kupo?
Next time, keep your plans to yourself.
Thanks, you guys. By working together, I know we can make the world a happier place.
Wait! Stop running away from me!
So there is this arena. Where is this place again? Yeah, there is this place right here in Steel Mountain. Do we need to do this thing perfectly or something just to get there?
We'll be here whenever you want to play.
Yeah, look at a spectral cogwheel. What is that? Spectral cogwheel. Now, we'll do this one more time. And let's see if this will make this, see if it can do better. We'll only try this one more time.
Get ready. That'll do. Brace yourself.
Oh yeah, this is worse. Yeah, that was worse.
Only one way to become a whack-a-box master. Whack, whack, whack.
One more time. We'll try one more
Wanna
time.
play some whack-a-box?
At least it's a decent mini game, even though I'm not good at it.
That'll do. Sorry. Brace yourself. That'll do. So long. That'll do.
Eh. Well, you got over 30,000.
We'll be here whenever you feel like playing.
Oh, there is a higher difficulty. I'm happy. What is this spectral cogwheel? What is the spectral cogwheel? Is this, Okay, consuming MP fills the limit gauge. Oh, this is convenient. All right. I wonder what how much bigger the rewards are. Uh. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we did come on to play this game a bit. We can buy some
Good to
medals
see
here.
you, Kupo.
Okay.
Come back soon, Kupo.
Okay, this is kind of simple. Alright, well. All you do is just repeat this minigame over and over and over again. You know what? Might as well just do this now.
We'll be here whenever you want to play.
Yeah, the facial expressions above the mouth, there's not really a lot of expressions there, but whatever. Well, you're just gonna keep going with this until eventually you get enough medals. Honestly, I'm not gonna worry about the score too much. I'm just gonna keep going until we get enough medals. Shouldn't take too long.
So long. That'll do.
Okay. Oh, I completely forgot. Streamline progression. May as well try that. Not really worried about the progression here, so. These are bullets. These are health sponges. These big boxes. So I think that's the whole point.
Come back again soon, okay? Pinky swear?
So how much does the streamline progression do? I'm not doing that one. Constant max skill. I don't think we can do that. Too bad we cannot run.
He doesn't see me. Be quiet. Welcome to the Moogle Emporium.
Oh yeah, SP. We're gonna need this.
Have a merry Moogle day, Kupo.
You can't catch me!
Well, what do you think? Do I have what it takes?
Wanna play some whack-a-box?
Yeah, we'll just keep this going. We'll keep do this another 5 times. Besides, this will give us a practice of the controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the D-pad doesn't. I touch the D-pad on my controller and then nothing happens here. Although it is I imagine it is possible to have something keybind into your D-pad, but I'm not worried about that.
That'll do. So long.
This is not a bad minigame. It's just something to do. $40,000. I wonder how much more rewards you get if you do this on a high difficulty. Who knows?
Only one way to become a whack-a-box master. Whack, whack, whack!
Need to do this
We'll
4 more
be here
times.
whenever you want to play.
You gotta do this 4 more times. Honestly, this is not too bad. Minute 30 for each run. That's not bad.
That'll do. So long. That'll do. Brace yourself. Sorry. Sorry. Brace yourself. Sorry.
Wow, we actually did it better. We almost got them all. I would not be too surprised if it is actually possible to destroy all the boxes. It is definitely possible to get 45,000 easily.
We'll be here whenever you feel like playing.
So 3 more times, I think.
Wanna play some whack-a-box?
3 more times. 3 more times. I'm not gonna worry about the score. You just get better with the controls.
Yeah. That'll do.
All right.
Here we go.
Not too bad for... I think we had to do this 2 more times.
Come back again soon, okay? Pinky swear?
2 more times.
We'll be here whenever you want to play.
2 more times, and then we get the last one. Because why not? Feruzuk, and welcome back. Yeah, it took me longer to come on because I actually slept for 2 hours after coming home. So it's 11 p.m. right now, 11:35 p.m. right now for me. So around 7:30 or so, I just went to bed, slept, and I slept for 2 hours. And yeah, I'm just doing this game right now because again I don't have time on Sunday night because I'll be leaving on Sunday. I want to make I want to make as much time as I can today and tomorrow.
That'll do.
So as usual, Morales is getting its nerfs again tomorrow. Supposedly it'll make it easier. Oh, 7:30 to 5 for you? Well, the only reason I mentioned time is just to give you an idea. Come home during the evening, and unfortunately I wanted to rest. Right now I'm only doing this box minigame 2 more times. Because apparently there are some store items that actually helps you level up and stuff like that. You remember what I told you about streamline progression in this game? I try not to do that unless I absolutely have to. Because the game will get boring if you don't have a challenge. I mean, the whole point of games is to challenge you, and this is a single-player game. So this is not like Marvel Rivals where you're dealing with human beings. This is the remake. This is the Final Fantasy VII remake. I know that the original Final Fantasy VII did release quote-unquote remaster or something, but that was over 10 years ago, apparently. Yeah, this is part 1 of the Final Fantasy VII remake that I'm doing right now. I actually got this game 2 years ago, but I never bothered to do a playthrough of this game until now.
That'll do.
Yeah, I'm only doing this box minigame right now because I actually want to buy something from the store that actually help level up our character. And I think I gotta do this 1 more time, and that's it. Thankfully, this one is not too bad. Apparently the max score for this box minigame is like, I don't know, either 45,000 or 50,000. And I don't know how many more I know what
Only
the kind
one way to become a whack-a-box master. Whack, whack, whack.
And if you look at the facial expressions for the NPCs in this game besides the main characters, there's not much there's really not much expression or life above the mouth. It kind of reminds me of Mass Effect 1, but at least in Mass Effect 1 it wasn't as
Wanna play some whack-a-box?
at least it wasn't a bit off-putting, or it's not as as noticeable. But yeah, in this game it's you kind of once you notice that you kind of cannot unsee it, you know? I mean, yeah, it's obvious that they're trying to make the kid look cheerful, but like I said before, the eyes, everything above the mouth, it looks kind of lifeless, you know? The only exceptions are obviously the main characters, which obviously there was obviously more effort put into them, obviously. Also, real quick, I did not forget about the training on Street Fighter 6, which I'll be doing after this, by the way. I just want to cover a little bit more of the main story here. I did actually keep my interest, or quote-unquote promise, after all. I actually did do the practice with the D-pad on my controller. And just focusing on Cammy, but I had to take a break around the halfway point on the tutorial with Cammy because I was just trying to put the input combinations properly. Yeah, apparently I got an achievement for doing all the challenge on normal difficulty here. So I can only imagine what kind of reward you get if you do this whole thing again, but on high difficulty. And no, you cannot do this. You cannot play this game beyond normal difficulty in your first playthrough, unless you get mods or something, so you can do the high difficulty as soon as possible, so you don't have to yeah. Pretty sure there are mods or something that can help you fix that problem. But yeah, this is just a box meeting game. You just destroy these boxes as quickly as you can. And obviously these big boxes have a lot of health before you destroy them. But it also, this guy does give you a bit of practice with the controls. I'm not really worried about getting the best score. I just want to get the Moogle medal. And I believe it got everything.
We'll be here.
That's a minigame. It is.
Like
That's a minigame. Yeah, it's a minigame. Yeah, and I got a Moogle medal there. Yeah, that was just a minigame.
See anything you like?
And the reason why I did that minigame was because I wanted to get these medals here. As you can see here, I can buy this Way of the Fist, which is basically increases Tifa's skill points. And I got them all.
A pleasure as always, Kupo.
And finally, we can go back to Aerith's house, which is right here. And this is where the main plot is at. There were also side quests as well, which were also kind of repetitive, but at least I did them all. Yeah, it basically gives you skill points. The whole point of that is to improve your SP, which basically upgrades your weapons and stuff like that. See, look at that. I got 15. So, here we go. Let's to upgrade weapons. Here we go. I got SP points to spend. So we're gonna. This is the best weapon I have so far. So yeah. Yeah, this is the SP that I was telling you about. So let's see here. You basically need to get these upgrades. So attack power, magic attack power. What is this? Trade off. Recover MP when receiving significant damage. Why not? Sure, why not? Trade off. Don't think we can get any more. Well, we already unlocked these, so there we go. Yeah, that's the whole reason for SP, so you can upgrade your character. And, well, upgrade the weapons and stuff like that, so... Alright, so... Alright, let's see what we got here. Materia slot, max XP... Alright, let's do this. MP generation boost. No, we played Tifa already. We played Tifa already, but we're in the part of the story where we are basically introduced to Aerith. So that's why we cannot play her yet. Nope, there's nothing there. Attack damage boost. Okay, here we go. Attack damage boost. There we go. Enhanced attack. Tifa is here. Alright, this is the better gun. This is Barrett's gun now. And no, none of these stats carry over to part 2 of the remake. No. It's not. This is not like Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 where you have a save file that carry over. Nope, this game doesn't have that. So each game is its own standalone experience. So all these upgrades you do, they don't carry over to the next game, part 2. Nope, it doesn't do that. Would have been nice if it would carry over, but whatever. Oh, well, if the schedule stays true, Rugzukin, Tifa is not going to come out until next year, as you probably are aware. But I thought you said you don't really play Street Fighter 6 that much. Isn't that what you said, Rugzukin? You don't really play Street Fighter 6, so you don't really have that much experience. But then again, your experience in Tekken does sort of carry over to Street Fighter 6, even though it's not the same. I mean, you know fighting games more than I do, Rugzukin. Street Fighter is obviously different to Tekken, but obviously there are some things that do carry over, right? So at least you can have some experience. Okay, attack power, we're gonna increase that. Alright, let's increase that. Yeah, so at least you have some idea. Alright, so Tifa, here we go. We can finally upgrade her Sonic Strikers here now. By the way, this screen looks pretty gorgeous, doesn't it? Yeah. Final Fantasy has always had these interesting visuals, so... Oh yeah. That's something that Final Fantasy was always at its strong suit. Because it's fantasy, you can do whatever you want, and it looks gorgeous. Final Fantasy XIV also has similar things like materia and all that stuff. So that's something that, if you are into the fantasy genre, that's something that this franchise has always done so well on. So if you want to get away from all the serious stuff for like a little bit, this franchise might be for you. I don't know about you, Ruzukin, but I'm glad I did not get into the gacha games. Have you ever played any gacha games at all? I did try to play a couple of gacha games, but the plot and the characters, I did not care at all. I just did not care about any of the characters. But yeah, you have more experience in the fighting genre than I do. No. And the fact that you have to grind for them, yeah, no. At least in this game, it's at least in this game, if you really wanted to, you can use cheats. Yeah, you're not gonna do that in gacha games because the whole point of gacha is for them to make money. So yeah. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We can finally save this game. Oh yeah. Yes, Rozukin, you remember I did show you this before, right? In this game, you can't cheat. It's right here. Gacha games will not likely do that, no? At least, I don't know what the part 2 of this remake is like, but I know, but in the remake, first part 1, you can go to options and do this. Yeah, imagine a gacha game giving a streamlined progression, aka cheating. Then they will not make any money. So, oh yeah. Yeah, in this game they call it streamlined progression, but just call it for what it is. It's a cheat menu. It's basically a cheat menu. If you were fortunate to have played games back in the 90s and 2000s, the programmers, the makers of the games back then were nice enough to give you cheat codes if you're lucky. Not every game obviously had cheat codes, but some of the major releases did. So it's nice that there are still some games that you can have cheat menus like this. But at least this game has cheats. Obviously, they don't call it cheats, but it's the same thing. So, yes, we're going to do the main plot for this game now. I did do some, yeah, if you're very casual, and not everybody has the time to play games 6 hours a day, 12 hours a day. So if you want to progress through this game and just want to go through the game casually, at least the option is there. Not everybody has the free time to play games. Not everyone does.
Feeling a lot better. Ever since he heard.
So if you want to experience the story for this game, that certainly is an option.
That's what's called easy money.
But I'm scared of the dog.
There is a boss battle in that VR program that I would have probably beaten, but that would mean 30 minutes of trial and error, and I'm good.
Chocobos are the cutest animals in the world.
So here we go. We're finally continuing with the plot, the main plot right here. Just like in Final Fantasy XIV, they call it the main scenario. So we're finally gonna see what's gonna happen next with this game. And I saved you the time with the side quest, which you're not really missing much, honestly. Not really. Also, this is what Aerith's house looks like in the remake. Looks good, as always.
Wait a sec. So, you coming?
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, yeah. Like I told you before, Zukin, even if you're not a Final Fantasy fan, but even if you're not, people still talk about these characters and the story after all these years. And the original director for this game helped produce this game. When I look at the credits on Wikipedia. So obviously, I don't think he had creative control, but definitely had part in trying to make this, trying to help, try to expand on the original game. So yeah, I mean, not everybody is a fantasy fan, obviously. I mean, this is like this is not for everyone, but at least the story and the characters are entertaining at the very least. And you get story moments like this.
Uh, you talking to the...
Shh.
So, yeah, it was that kind of day. Let's go. Shouldn't keep Mom waiting.
Hey, what'd they say?
Good work today, guys. Kidding. They didn't say a word. But, you know... never mind. It's not like you'd believe me after all.
Probably not. Tell me anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
It won't be much longer now. The flowers, they have something important to tell us. Something they need to share with us. At least, that's the feeling I get. But before they can, there's a final step that has to be taken. Otherwise, we won't hear them. Maybe I should just give up. Honestly, it's what I do best.
Could have fooled me. From what I've seen, you're no quitter.
Well, today's special. That's why I've been working my butt off.
What's so special about it?
Okay, time to go.
Learn to talk to her.
Did the flowers say anything?
Good work today, guys?
That's the spirit.
Remember what I said before about the facial expressions, especially above the mouth? You can tell. You can tell the effort was put into the main characters. But when it comes to all the other side characters around the town or the social hubs, it looks very stiff and lifeless in a way, unfortunately. Once you notice that, you cannot unsee it. But in this cutscene, you notice that the effort was put into the faces there. You can tell. And even if you didn't know the context, yeah, they more or less do the same story moments from the original game here, and it draws you in. Also, Rugzukin, I don't know about you, but this is a personal nitpick and a gripe that I have with people doing Let's Plays and playthroughs. You know what I'm not a big fan of, Rugzukin, now that I've had time to think about this for a while? If you look up any playthrough videos of this game, when this game was still brand new, how many times have you seen people do smart-ass comments and remarks, and they have nothing special to say about it, while these two are having a character moment? What happened to just being quiet and just listening what they gotta say? Well, I try not to speak on cutscenes anymore as much because you just want to pay attention because you never really know. You try to just be quiet and just listen and just absorb it, you know, as much as you can. I'm guilty of that too, but at least I'm trying to make an effort there and just listening and be quiet. Oh yeah, I know, Rugzukin. How do I put it this way, Rugzukin? How do I put it this way, Rugzukin? When was the last time you went to a movie theater? When was the last time you went to a movie theater? That's my first question, just to make a point here. Well, go back to when you went to a movie theater. Imagine you are going to a movie theater and a movie that you really, really want to see. And then all of a sudden, someone in the crowd or somebody beside you, somebody in the crowd decides to be very loud and make a very smart-ass comment and remark that is not interesting at all during a very important scene in the movie that's actually good. How much do you think that comment is actually going to be interesting to hear the first time? Well, imagine hearing that while on a video game playthrough when you're watching a video. Yeah, it's not. Most of the time, the remarks are not that good, and it's unnecessary. Some people just don't care or just not learn to be quiet if you have nothing interesting to say, and it's just obnoxious in my opinion. There's very few people out there. Yep, there's very few times. There's very few times commentary actually is actually worth saying out loud. Most of us are not trying to make Bohemian Rhapsody here. So some people just cannot keep it to themselves and just wait until this moment is over. So yeah. And yeah, obviously there's people out there that will like that sort of thing. But if I'm going to be completely honest, it's not going to age well. You're not going to remember that. It's just not that good. Nope. So that's another reason, Rugzik, and why I cannot watch too many other YouTube channels or Twitch channels, because seeing the behavior like that, especially in video games, I just cannot stand it. It's just not good. And I'm guilty of not keeping it to myself, but at least in recent times, I have gotten a bit better at that. If you have seen any of my highlight videos, I have gotten a bit better at that. So, because most of the time, I don't really have much to add that hasn't been said already. So, but I digress. Yeah, but most of the time, they have nothing to say. Most of the time, there's really nothing worth of saying. There's very few times, very rarely, are there comments or remarks that are worth listening to, especially during a cutscene. You can say whatever you want after a cutscene. That's granted, but during a cutscene, I very rarely hear comments or remarks that are actually interesting to listen to. But I digress again.
You're heading in already?
The game is basically warning you that, did you do all your side quests? I did everything.
Nah, not quite yet.
I think that's the game warning you that, hey, did you do everything before you go inside? So, back in this map screen, there's like green things on the map that you can do for like a side quest. But I did everything as far as I know. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna move on.
You're
here.
heading in already?
Yes.
Yeah, that's enough for one day.
Let's see what kind of story we get here. I'm curious to see what we got here.
Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Sorry. We got a little sidetracked.
Dinner's ready, in case you're wondering.
Ah, great.
But before we sit down, I want you to make up the guest room.
Gotcha. Take a load off, okay?
Judging by those eyes, I'm guessing you're a soldier.
Ex-soldier.
I hate to ask, but would you leave tonight without any fuss, no questions? You boys made a trade, a normal life, for power. You can't have it both ways.
I'm back!
Good! Now, I hope you're hungry.
Starving, right?
I've never been so proud. The man you've become. Women must be hounding you day and night.
Not really.
You know, there's all kinds of temptations in the big city. I'd feel a lot better if I knew you'd found a good girl. One who'd make sure you didn't get into trouble.
I can take care of myself.
An older, more mature girl that could keep you on the straight and narrow and tell you when you're being a silly goose. That's the perfect type for you, I'd say.
Don't want to overstay my welcome.
The eyes look good, don't they? And even on part 1 of this remake, they're already shipping Tifa so hard with Cloud. I mean, they are. I mean, even if you don't know much about these two characters, they obviously had obviously had a childhood together. They spent their childhood together in a way. Oh, we have to sneak out. Well, well, this is just another mini game, isn't it? Like a stealth section of the game, huh? Yep. We got another stealth section. Yep. You know, this is only temporary, because, I have heard what happens in part 2, so yeah, this is just another mini game.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Did you have a bad dream? Don't worry, you'll feel much better in the morning, and I promise to take you straight home.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the game tries to do quote-unquote stealth.
Please don't let her hear me again.
And we got another, yeah, let's try to do this again. Yeah, this is this game's way of trying to do stealth. Yep. And we're gonna do this again. Oh. I don't think there's a time limit to this stealth section, is there? At least the controls are not delayed when you control your left stick here, at the very least. How convenient there are these things in the way. Yep. Yeah, this whole stealth section is kind of unnecessary since we're gonna have her tag along with us in part 2 of this game anyway. So apparently making steps on the stairs is okay, but hitting things is not good. That wasn't much of a stealth section, unless she's gonna wake up here and notice. So let's just keep going.
You're leaving?
So, how do I get to Sector 7?
It's simple enough. Just cut through Sector 6. It isn't exactly safe, but you should be okay, seeing as you're a soldier.
Was one.
Promise me, you'll never talk to Aerith again. Please.
You got it.
Thank you.
That's not much of a promise. That isn't much of a promise. Because we're gonna talk to her again, especially what happens in part 2. Alright, save this game again. So, yeah, that wasn't really much of a stealth section, really. Just avoid a couple of things and that's it. Yeah, whatever. We're still in part 8. Yeah, this game has, part 1 of this remake has, like, 18 chapters. So we're sort of getting close to the halfway point. Sort of. I don't know about you, Guzukin, but this game looks at its best when it comes to doing nighttime. Every time so far that I've seen this game try to do daytime sections, I think the environments just look a bit overexposed in a way, just a little too bright. And I have I have all the settings on high settings, by the way. So I don't know why it looks a little off-putting on high settings. But yeah, look at the nighttime. It looks really good. In nighttime, it looks fine on high settings, but um, but when it comes to the sunny sections, it's just a little too bright. But yeah, they definitely did a good job with making this game look good at nighttime. I'm glad this game was not done on Unreal Engine 5. Oh boy. You know, now that I think about it, Unreal Engine 5 has been a mixed bag of a game engine, hasn't it? It seems like Unreal Engine 5 is like a mixed bag of a game engine. So I mean, there are some good games on Unreal Engine 5, but it has been a mixed bag, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you may have to look this up for me, but I'm pretty sure they did not use Unreal Engine 5 for this remake and part 2, for that matter. But look at this, it looks good. I know this is originally made for the consoles, but it still looks good.
If it isn't the new florist. I appreciate you helping the kids out today. Thank you. They won't stop talking about the soldier who saved the day. Oh, and make sure to give my thanks to Aerith, too.
Sure.
Oh, it's Unreal Engine 4? This game was made on Unreal Engine 4? Okay, so it's a bit more stable then. It's a bit more stable then. Okay. Did they make part 3 of this? Do you happen to know, Rugzukin, if they made if they said anything about part 3 of the Final Fantasy VII remake being made on Unreal Engine 5, or is it still on Unreal Engine 4? Wouldn't surprise me if part 2 of this remake called Rebirth was also made on Unreal Engine 4. But yeah, for Unreal Engine 4, this game is optimized. I can run this game at 60 frames per second very easily. Oh yeah, the environments here look good.
Should I head home or swing by?
I am not a game developer, Uzukin, but Nighttime Studios did talk about developing their System Shock remake. Remember that System Shock remake that I played? Well, the System Shock remake developers talked about how changing game engine isn't that simple. Going from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5 is no simple thing. It's very rare you can carry things over. So yeah, no, changing game engine is no simple matter. So I'm just glad that I'm just glad that that they stick to one game engine.
I had it out with the wife the other day.
Oh, the game is telling you, nope, you can't go that way anymore.
How am I gonna get her to forgive me?
But yeah, these environments are good.
Ever since he heard about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know much about game development, but when you hear two people talk about what it's like to make games, you used to have some idea what it takes to do it. Yeah, these environments in this game at nighttime look really good, but yeah, daytime looks, I don't know, it's way too overexposed. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, look who it is. Talk about a coincidence.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
Why?
Because I'm not sick of you yet.
Lead on, then.
With pleasure. Cloud? Is something wrong?
It's nothing.
So we're at the halfway point, just like that. Wow. We're at the halfway point, just like that. Again, I'm not a strong Final Fantasy fan, but the people that wrote and make this game, I don't know how closely this game is to the original game. I never played the original PlayStation release or its supposed remake.
Do it! Make your dreams come true!
I did not play the original PlayStation release or its remake that supposedly got released in 2012 or something, so I cannot make a side-by-side comparison to what was expanded or added from the original game to this. But it is so obvious that they're trying to ship Cloud with both of these women. And it becomes so obvious in part 2 as well later on, from what I've heard and seen. Yeah, they made these two women so freaking adorable. But I have to slightly lean towards Tifa though. Tifa is something about her, especially since the very beginning of this game, you know. Yeah. I'll continue on a little bit further with this game. Also, how did she sneak by here, by the way? It's not, yeah, you probably are right about that, Rozukin. You know, it's all about chipping, but it's also about how you do it. It's like, is it done in a way that makes you care? Because I know of other games that have tried to do shipping relationship, but they're not as well done. I mean, obviously there are some games that obviously you don't really care about story, but at least make us care. And not just, if you're gonna do shipping, at least make us care and not just do it, you know,
you can see
carelessly.
the sky.
They're still working on the new plate. I don't like this part of Midgar. Back when they were still building Midgar, there was an accident and the plate fell. People had only just started moving in, so there weren't a lot living there at the time, but...
And that's?
The underside of Sector 6, Wall Market. A real special place. But I'm sure you already knew that, right?
I didn't tell you? I enlisted pretty much right after I left home. Don't know much about this place, or any of the slums.
Well, it took a lot of people to build Midgar, and they all needed to blow off steam. So some traders built an entertainment district. Inns, shops, bars, the works. Folks started pouring in from all over. Business was booming, money was flowing, which attracted the attention of some guys who didn't much care for the law.
And now there isn't any.
Right. But instead of trying to solve the problem, the government decided to just wall it in. And that's how Wall Market began. Out of sight, out of mind, as the old saying goes. For the folks in charge, there's no better way to deal with it.
So it's like a giant veil.
Yeah. Wanna see what's behind it?
Not really.
That's good. 'Cause I know a better way to get to Sector 7. One that, tragically, doesn't go through Wall Market. And it's just through this tunnel here. At least it was, back when I was a kid.
Oh my god, you. Yeah. And no, we can't go that way. So we gotta go where the game is telling us. I wish I had another hour, unfortunately, but I had to sleep, unfortunately. I really had to. So Rozukin, remember what I mentioned earlier? I'm going to switch games right now. I don't want to do this, but I have to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Street Fighter 6, like I told you before. So I actually did some of the tutorial for the Cammy character already. And yes, focusing on one character, just like in Morales when I started originally, was the wise choice, because there's really no point, especially if you don't know much about, you know, the fighting genre, which I still don't. But I will try to do the rest of the move set here. Trying to do all these inputs in real time during a fight, oh man, I have a long way to go. I mean, in a sense, fighting games sort of tries to ship you with these characters and not just the gameplay. So yeah, I'll try to do this. Going back to fighting ground.
Practice.
We're going to character guides. That's what I've been doing. Classic. As you can see, Rugzukin, I already did some of them. We're gonna go to Spin Drive Smasher. We're gonna continue where we left off. So yeah, I'm still got a long way to go with this game, but at least I'm trying to make an effort with the classic controls with the D-pad. Yep, the game gives you a demonstration, and now you can try and preview it yourself as many times as you want. Oh my god, this is worse. Oh my god. So, you either press A or B on your controller for that. Oh my god. Oh my god, try to do that a couple of times. As you can imagine, arcade sticks is obviously a bit easier, I imagine, but try to do this on a D-pad. Oh my god. Yep, these are the classic control input, by the way. Oh yeah. And you have to do this, and you have to do this very quickly in the heat of battle as well. Oh. Obviously, if you do this with the quote-unquote modern control, it's obviously easier. But if you do this, I mean, you can. If you're very, very casual, at least the game gives you the option with the modern control setup, as you remember. But I'm pretty sure in modern, if you use the modern control setup, it's very limited. It does limit you when it comes to tactics, you know. It's easier, but I imagine it also has its, you know, downsides as well. You cannot be as flexible when it comes to tactics as well. Yeah, if you look at this, the character barely moves. Yeah, all you see is the character be crouched and not move one bit. Look at the inputs that I'm trying to do on the left side of the screen. Oh yeah, this.
Brilliant. That was perfect.
If you do this with an arcade stick, I don't think your character moves forward a little bit to the right, but at least I was able to do it.
Spike. Spike. Yep. Here we go. You're making progress. Spike.
Yeah, the timing of your inputs. Oh my god, and my left thumb is starting to hurt a little bit. Spiral arrow. The spiral arrow. I'm getting used to doing very kind of a little easier. But you have to do it 2 times just to do this spin drive smasher now.
Your hard work's paying off. Spike. You're making progress.
Yep, this left thumb of mine, you gotta get used to these inputs.
Don't forget this moment.
And don't forget, you have to do it the other way around. Oh my god. And this is just from the left side of the screen. Oh my god. You have to reverse these same controls to the other side. Oh boy. That's another thing you gotta get used to. Not just to the right side of the screen, but to the left side of the screen as well. Oh my god.
Spike. Your hard work's paying off. Spike. Spike. Brilliant. That was perfect. Spike. 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 Spike.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. Just look how many inputs I'm doing on the left side of the screen just trying to do this one move. And this is without any fighting going on. Glad I'm doing this with a D-pad instead of the left stick. I mean, the left stick would be even more frustrating.
Your hard work's paying off. Spike.
basically gotta keep repeating it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature. I imagine with the arcade sticks, it's probably a little easier since you don't have to worry about a D-pad and you only got to worry about a left joystick and you got X number of buttons on the right. But yeah, I imagine the arcade sticks are not much easier either because at least you don't have to worry about a D-pad on an arcade stick. But I imagine it takes just about as much practice because you gotta press an X number of buttons on the right in the same sequence as well, just to execute that, I imagine. So, leverless are probably the easiest, aka like the ones I'm doing right now here. Yeah.
Don't forget this moment.
I'll do this one more time, we're gonna move on. Otherwise I'll be here all night. I'll do this one more time, we're gonna move on. I did this before, I can do this again. This is a lot harder than it looks. The spiral arrow is a little easier to execute, but this one, 2 times in a row, oh boy. Just need to do this one more time. Trying to do this one more time. Yeah, this is hard. Trying to do this twice.
Yes, just like that.
Oh my god, finally. Oh my god. Alright, killer bee spin. How difficult is this? Oh my god. You have to do it twice. Oh my god.
You're making progress.
Yep. Yep.
Just like that.
Pretty sure I did that right, but you have to do it quickly. Lovely.
You're making progress.
Yep.
Brilliant. That was perfect. Don't forget this moment.
If anything, it's about repetition.
Yes, just like that. Don't forget this moment.
if you ignore the inputs that you gotta do,
like that.
the movesets are pretty cool, in my opinion. Alright, moving on. Aerial Killer Bee Spin.
Eliminating. Required. Eliminating.
Oh my god, same thing but doing a forward jump. Oh my god.
Required. Eliminating.
Oh my god, I think I almost did that, but you do it during a jump. I thought I did that properly, but nope, I did not. Yep, this is more difficult because you gotta do it during a certain time frame.
Eliminating.
Oh hi AO, it's been a long time since I've seen you. And yeah, this is a lot harder than it looks. So Roguzukin basically had an interesting point to tell me. If you're gonna play a fighting game, focus on one character. Focus on one character and try to learn it as best you can. Ignore all the other characters. But yeah, I am a complete noob when it comes to fighting games. I did have Street Fighter 2 for the PC or DOS, but I never actually played those games. So yeah, Street Fighter 6 is not in its best shape right now like Tekken 8, but when it comes to it being in the newest game in the franchise, I think it's fine. But yeah, I'm trying this with a classic input, and holy crap, you gotta do this quickly, which I'm having difficulty. Oh my god, trying to do this in quick succession. Oh my god. It's possible, but you gotta be very quick about it. You gotta do it in the middle of the air. Oh my god. This is not easy. Yeah. You can see on the left side of the screen what I'm trying to do, and it's a lot harder than it looks, especially if you're not experienced. Yeah, I'm not that experienced, but at least I'm trying to learn.
Eliminating.
That was not even close. Yeah. You have to do it while in the middle of the air. Now, question is, AO, are you playing this game with an arcade stick? Or if you're playing, are you playing this game with an arcade stick or a controller? And a follow-up question: are you playing this game on the classic control scheme? Okay, so you are playing this with with the controller. Okay, and I imagine you're playing this game on the classic. Yeah, I'm trying to do this on classic because you're gonna. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rumzukin and AO, but if you're playing this game on level S and on classic, you do have more flexibility on combat than in modern, right? At least the game gives you the option of modern if you're very casual. But in classic, oh my god, this is a lot harder than it looks. And your specials do 20% less. Yep. Let me try to get this down. Let me try to do this at least once. At least once. Yep, I'm using the D-pad. I'm not using the left stick here. And yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. And I'm not that experienced. Yep. Yep, I'm using the D-pad on this Xbox controller. And oh my god, this is a lot harder than it looks. Trying to do this and then this. Oh boy. It's about doing it quickly. That was not a success. That did not count. You're telling me that did not count. That did not count? Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, you have to be in the middle of the air. Oh, lovely. Yeah, you have to be in the middle of the air. Yep. You have to be in the middle of the air. Oh my god. Yep. Yep, you have to be very quick on that. Trying to get used to this D-pad. Yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks, because this is not something I normally do at all. Normally I play with a keyboard in the left hand and a mouse in the right hand. That's been most of my experience. But when it comes to controller and the D-pad, I haven't done this since Super Nintendo. That's not an exaggeration, that is true. I am not that experienced. Again, just pay attention to the left side of the screen. Just look at the left side of the screen and me trying to put the inputs properly. It's a lot harder than it looks. I don't think the left stick necessarily makes it any easier at all. Yeah, I don't think the left stick makes this any easier, in my opinion.
progress.
Oh my god, I finally did it. Oh, I did not hit the target, but I did it. Oh my god. I just kept doing it over and over and over. Eventually I got it. Oh. Just the fact that I was able to do it at least once, so satisfying. Oh my god, I did it. Alright, moving on to the next one. Oh my god. Now, doing a move like that is nothing special, but the fact that you're able to do it at least once the first time, oh my god, it feels so satisfying. Alright, Delta Red Assault. But yeah, AO, I don't have any of the DLC characters in this game. None. But I had to choose one character to at least try to learn. And this is not... The game says this is not hard, so I went with this. Alright, Delta Red Assault. Send your opponent.
Engaging target. Locked on. Continuing mission.
So, how many inputs you gotta do here? It's the same as before, but you press X or Y. Okay.
There. Engaging target. Locked on. Don't forget this moment.
Okay. I've been doing this down... I've been doing this a lot, so it's not that hard, but my god. Spiral Arrow I've been getting comfortable doing. Again, nothing special, but it feels nice when you actually do a move. Yep. Oh my god, it's so satisfying. Alright, let's keep going. As long as I can do each of these moves at least once, I'm happy. And then you just keep repeating it over and over and over again. Fundamentals. Long range kicks. Yeah, I'm noticing the same moves again, but explained. Okay. This is my very first time. This is my very first time going through this tutorial. And if you don't believe me, I can go to guides. Look at this. Yep, I have never, in all the time that I've had this game, I never went through the tutorial so thoroughly like I'm doing now. Ever. Yep, if I'm gonna focus on one character, it'll be Cammy, even if I'm not the best. And I'm playing this on Classic, as you can tell. I don't know, but this is the... If you... Do you have this game right now, AO? Because this... Do you have this game right now, AO? But because if you go through... If you go to training grounds, this is what the game tells you in guides. If you go to training and do character guides, this is what the game tells you. At least you have some knowledge, and then you figure it out and put the two and two together the more you play. But at least it's sort of beginner friendly, sort of. Yeah, just if you still have this game, I don't think I'll ever play ranked on this game because I'm a complete noob. I don't know how much you're watching me play this earlier, AO, but just doing the tutorial here, I'm basically on baby steps right now. I'm basically on baby steps right now. And you have to do all of this while in the heat of battle. The V kicks are also powerful, so don't shy away from using them either standing or crouching. Yeah. Yeah. Fundamentals 2. Yeah. There are a few fates worse than being approached and attacked all at once. Okay.
Just like that. Don't forget this moment.
Yeah. For me, I am glad this game has character guides or tutorials because I appreciate good explanations, especially visually. This is not like Marvel Rivals in a way. Well, Marvel Rivals does have a combat guide in a way as well, but for me personally, it's nice to have an actual explanation. Obviously, these guides are not going to be enough. You have to play the game and do a lot of trial and error. But at least at least the game itself tells you how to play. And no, I do not go to YouTube videos to learn how to play the game at all. In Marvel Rivals, I put in 1,000 hours into that game already, and I never once went to YouTube to learn how to play the game at all. I just did I looked at the guides in the game itself, and then I put the 2 and 2 together the more you play, and eventually it becomes second nature. Alright, let's prove the game. Salt Blade may take something to use, but if it hits you, you can like attack afterwards. Okay. Oh, it's the wrong key. The wrong key. Oh, H. Hold on. Wait a minute, you H. H, how do you do that? H, how do you do H? You have to press A and B or something? No, that's not it. No, you can't press 2 at the same time, no. No. Right trigger. Right. Oh, right. Oh.
Yes, just like that.
I completely forgot you can do the right trigger, because the game doesn't tell you that. Wow. Yeah, because I thought it was just A and B. Yeah. See, if you press... Yeah. Yeah, the game doesn't tell you that unless you do lots down there. Yeah.
Brilliant. That was perfect.
All right, moving on. Okay, moving on. Finally, you have your most reliable option. Cannon Spike. It is invincible. Yeah, I completely forgot that I have RT and RB as well. But at least I'm learning, and like at least it gives you an idea. Cannon Spike. Only H can be held. Nope. Nope. Oh, you can only do once. Okay. Nope. How do you do that? Nope. Nope, I didn't do it properly. Nope. I think I did this earlier already. I'm pretty sure I did this earlier already. Nope. No. Okay, this is a bit confusing. This is a bit confusing. Pretty sure I did Cannon Spike already. Pretty sure I did this already earlier. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. No, I didn't do that properly. No. No. I did this earlier and I forgot already. I forgot how to do this Cannon Spike because I just did this earlier.
There. There.
I did this Cannon Spike earlier. I did this earlier. I keep forgetting. forgot how to do this, and I did this earlier. Trying to remember to do this cannon spike.
There.
It did this cannon spike earlier and I forgot already. Okay, let's go back to fundamentals. This is not something I gotta repeat later. Okay. Got it. Again, I don't know this, but at least it gives you an idea. Yeah.
Don't forget this moment. Your hard work's paying off.
Oh, you had to hold it. Got it.
Brilliant. That was perfect. You're making progress.
nice when you get the hang of it. But I'm still a long way to go. Oh boy.
Brilliant. That was perfect. There. You're making progress.
I don't think I did the hooligan combination correctly. It's gonna take a lot of time to get used to. I'm running out of time here.
Don't forget this moment. There. You're making progress. There. Brilliant. That was perfect. There. You're making progress. There. Brilliant. That was perfect.
Okay, I did this properly. Yep. Oh, this is gonna take some time to get used to, but at least I'm learning. And I'm running out of time here. Yeah, this is something to learn. Yeah, this is a huge learning curve for me. But at least I'm getting the hang of it.
Street Fighter 6!
At least I have interest in Street Fighter and Tekken. Well, Roguezukin, the main thing is I did all the moves at least once. Most of them that I know of. It turns out some of the moves that I did at the end there were just repeats. But you gotta do them again and again and again. Eventually. Until eventually it becomes, you know, second nature. I got a long way to go. And if AO is still watching, you can tell that I am nowhere close at all. I'm a complete beginner. But at the end of the day, it's all about, yeah, at least you do them once. So at least it gives you confidence that, hey, you actually did it. After so many trial and error. So much trial and error. And yeah, at least, yeah, probably it's best to play against the CPU first. Don't even bother going against human players until you at least have enough experience going against the CPU so you can do combos. And obviously, human players are always going to be more challenging than the CPU, especially the good ones, but you need to have some experience first. So, do you happen to know how many copies Tekken 8 has sold so far? Because the makers of Street Fighter have just did the whole announcement. They sold 7 million copies worldwide so far. And like you said, it's not the best. Both Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 are not exactly at the best right now, but at least they're still here. At least they're entertaining, so yeah. So, yeah. I think Street Fighter 6, despite all the issues it had, it's still the best. It's the strongest game in the franchise so far. At least they made up for it from Street Fighter 5. But yeah, I wish I could continue, but it's getting late. It's 1 in the morning, and I gotta go because I slept like 2 hours after I came home. I was tired, but I did cover some of the Final Fantasy game. But oh my god, I was missing story. I wanted to do more, but I can't. But anyway, I gotta go here, folks. But at least I did something, and we're covering Marvel Rivals on Friday night tonight. So. But yeah, Ruzukin, I hope you guys found this satisfying. It's not much to show off, honestly. I'm a complete noob when it comes to fighting games, but at least I did something. So, thank you. And I'm still glad to be here.